the Tutor app. So the tutor is supposed to use this to plan the lessons as well as to monitor the progress of the students while the lesson is ongoing. So I'm going to log in as a tutor now. And here we have a list of lessons that are upcoming or that has not been performed. There's some old lessons here because this is just a demo account, so we haven't done all of the old lessons. I'm just going to pick one of the lessons. Let's say this one on March 20th. And we can see some students that have been assigned to this lesson. Some of these students already have activities planned because we did this previously. Some of these students have no activities planned at all. So we're going to add an activity here to the student. And we're just going to select some topics for the students to do. So let's say factors and multiples and fractions. Once the student has some history, the topics are actually auto-selected based on where the weaknesses are. So we track this using a system called mastery score. So if they have a low mastery score, it means that they are not so competent in that topic yet. So for now, we're just going to add some subtopics, fractions as well. So for fractions, there are more subtopics. There's adding and subtracting fractions, there are word problems, there's conversions, and so on. So we can select one or more subtopics. And all the subtopics appear here, as well as the number of questions available for the students to do. So in this adding and subtracting fractions, there are 71 questions here for assessment, and then there are 10 questions for diagnostics. So suppose we go inside diagnostics, we choose 4 questions. It looks a bit weird on the Mac, but this is not meant to be used on the tablet. It's meant to be used on a tablet and not meant to be used on a PC, so it looks a bit strange here. But I can't get recording to work on a tablet, so this is what we have. We can also assign teaching board activities. So when teaching board activities are assigned, basically it gives the student a chance to learn something about a topic first before he attempts the diagnostics or even the assessments. For assessments, there are different levels of difficulty. So during the selection, you can choose how many questions you want for each level of difficulty. That is totaled up and displayed here. So once you're happy with this, you can choose this from different topics. You press submit, and it basically combines all the different topics that's selected into different activities. And it shows roughly how long the system thinks that the student will take to complete this activity. So if it's too long, we can always go into the particular activity and we can delete some of the questions from it. And once we're happy with that, we can start the lesson at any time, or we can add additional activities, or we can add activities for other students. You can't start unless all students have some activities. So we're going to add something for Kid and Chew, and then we're good to go. The system also doesn't allow you to start until the date is met. So in this case, this lesson can only be started on the 20th of March. If there's a need to reschedule, that should be done through the TCMS instead. And also another feature for the tutors is that they can create question sets that they like. So for example, if they want to create a specific diagnostics question set for students who have covered the first 2 topics of the year in primary 3, they can do that. So they can select, give it a name, primary 3 term 1 test or something. And then they can add topics to this. So suppose we want to do this, and we can select the number of questions we want to do it, and then we add this topic in, and the system automatically chooses the questions for this question set. And once you're happy with this question set, we can create it, and then this is now preserved forever, and you can add it to any student that you may have. So we're going to go back to the March 20th lesson. So I'm going to add it to Kaden. So it's a pre-created diagnostics. This one here, so we can convert it and we can add it as an activity to the student. So this becomes something that you can repeat for other students, or even for the same student if you think that you want to periodically test him on this particular topics to see how he's doing, and you want to see the improvement that he's making. That's about it for the tutors app.